Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Casual Friday, where I play a video game that is not really pertaining to anything on the channel and just kind of talk about whatever I want to. I guess that's what makes it casual. So, the game that I'm playing right now, obviously, is Diablo 3. It's in the middle of its, 20-year anniversary? And so I guess that there's now cultists going around that you can find throughout the world. They say you can find them in Sanctuary, and I believe Sanctuary is the entire world of Diablo. I'm probably getting that horribly wrong, and I'm sorry for those who are huge Diablo fans. I've never been huge into it. I love Diablo 3. I think it's a lot of fun. But in terms of the lore and anything beyond collecting loot and smashing monsters, I've never been the kind of person to pay much attention to it, unfortunately. I do know there's a lot of good stuff there. So, yeah, I just wanted to play this, see if I could find any cultists. I've been playing for like a day now, and I've not found anybody. I'm probably looking in the wrong spots, to be quite honest. So, hey, if you found the cultists and you know where I should be looking for them, please leave a comment below. Let me know. I know some YouTubers ask for comments so that their video can get noticed. But really, please leave me a comment with where to look for them, because I want to access this 20-year anniversary content. And whenever I look online, people just say, oh, well, you can just find them in Sanctuary. And I feel like that's not as descriptive as someone as bad at games like this as I am. I need something a little more precise. Okay, so Forgotten Realms. What's this? I've played... I think my highest level character in Diablo 3 is a level 32 wizard, I think it is. Yeah, I've actually not beaten the game or haven't even a max level character, which is a shame. Games like this are always a little strange. I always love playing them, and I get super into them and excited about it for maybe 8 to 10 hours. And then I just end up losing interest very rapidly, which is a shame. And it's a weird thing. I know I've heard some people say that they have a similar issue with action RPGs like this. And I'm definitely one of those people. I think it's just because even though they're incredibly satisfying games to play, they can be a bit of a sugar rush, I guess is the best way to compare it to. So you end up having like a few hours or so of just amazing fun, and then the sugar rush kind of ends and you move on to something else. At least in my case. I have friends who can play these games for days at a time. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. But I do love dipping into it every now and again and playing Diablo 3. I tried Torchlight 2. Torchlight 2, even more than Diablo 3, is, like I was mentioning, where it feels like a sugar rush, especially when you have all of the... There's so much loot. And I do love the way that you can have your little pet companion send items back to town for you. That was really cool. But a little unnecessary sometimes, because you could just get teleport scrolls and then head back to town. So it was a nice little feature, though. I like how your pet could be upgraded with different collars, and you could feed them fish and stuff and do whatever you wanted like that. That was cool. I like that. Okay, what else did I want to talk about? I'm trying to think of another Let's Play that I want to start on this channel. I've floated some ideas around with some other people who I know on YouTube and just some friends in real life who watch this channel. Hi, if you're watching. And I'm trying to figure out what it is that I want to play. I'm trying to think of something that is... something that complements my Morrowind Let's Play, because I really love Morrowind and I want that to go on for a long time, and I also want to play something like Dragon's Dogma, which, for those that don't know, I don't know if I've actually ever mentioned it on this channel. That is hands down my favorite RPG of all time. I know that I have, for the most part, been a Bethesda RPG channel, and that's probably still going to be my main focus, just because I love those games so much. The Elder Scrolls and the Fallout series are great. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma itself is actually my favorite RPG of all time. That game, if you haven't played it, the story is not particularly interesting for a long while. And then towards the last maybe 2/3 of it, out of nowhere, the story just suddenly decides to become one of the greatest RPG stories. It gets so crazy, not with the characters or anything, but just with... It's one of those stories where you keep thinking it's the end of something, and it just goes on and on. It has like 7 different epilogues, and you keep thinking that the game couldn't get any more bizarre, and then it just goes on for another 10 hours. And I've still never actually played its expansion all the way through, the Dark Arisen expansion. I played a couple hours of it, and it was very interesting. And that was... I was playing that a little bit before I started this channel, Manabuilt, and I thought that, you know, that actually might be something I would like to experience firsthand on the channel, so I kind of held off on playing it. But getting back to my original point, you know, if I'm playing Morrowind and I'm playing Dragon's Dogma, having 2 fantasy games going on at my channel at the same time, I don't know if that would kind of burn people out. I don't know if that would be a thing that could happen. And the other problem is I don't know what other game I would play that would not be a fantasy RPG. You know, I was thinking I could start up my Fallout 4 Let's Play again, possibly. And then do some mod spotlights for that, especially because now that the game has been out over a year now, the modding scene is probably going to start getting a little bit more interesting. I am hoping that we see some overhauls. I know that it's a little bit difficult with Fallout 4 being designed the way it was with a voice protagonist and everything, so I'm hoping that an overhaul is not something outside the realm of possibility. But I would love to see stuff like that happen. We got a really good step in the right direction with what was it called? Frost? Am I getting the name right? Fallout Frost. It turned the entire... I think it turned the entire world of Fallout 4 into a apparently pretty hardcore survival game, which is pretty cool that somebody actually was able to do that. Apparently it's brutal, and I think it made being outside in the world almost an immediate death sentence unless you had high-level gear. And so you kind of had to travel around through the subway system and under the ground. Really cool design. Very much like the Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light games, if you haven't heard of those. They follow a similar design philosophy. So that was a step in the right direction. And then just maybe a month ago now, maybe less, we got the... what mod was it? The HUD framework. Which allowed a lot of mod authors, you're seeing it kind of happen quickly, they're all starting to make mods for the HUD framework, which has given them a lot of flexibility in, oh, hello, Ancient Guardian. A lot of flexibility with the kinds of mods that they can do, because modding was pretty limited in Fallout 4 before then. Even though the creation kit was out, there was a lot of roadblocks that were preventing some mods from being made. So that's cool that we had the HUD framework for that. So I could do some modding videos for Fallout 4, which would be interesting. And that might be something I want to do if I continue my Fallout 4 Let's Play. Which would be good because it would be an RPG game, and it would be more sci-fi. So I don't feel like I'm overlapping fantasy games. And the only thing that I would not want to do that for is it would be another Bethesda game. And as much as I love Bethesda, I've mentioned that many times, I don't want this to be a specific Bethesda channel. I love their games, but I don't want this channel to be devoted to a particular company or anything like that. So I might avoid doing Fallout 4, but I might do it. And the other game that I was thinking I might want to do is Starbound, actually. Now, Starbound is actually the game that I first recorded for this channel. I recorded, I think, like 2 Starbound videos. I never posted them. I was kind of just testing to see how it would work to record videos with them. And it's fun. It's a fun game. I really, really love that game. And it's neat because it does have a lot of RPG elements in there. It has a lot of randomized loot, different things to explore. And they actually had a pretty big update for Endgame, surprisingly, which added in like high-level dungeons to run through where you could get different equipment and lots of traps, high-level enemies. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. So that might be something fun to explore and kind of see how that plays out. But yeah, I know that game is a bit more around, or at least it can be more around building things, which, for one, I'm terrible at building stuff. My Fallout 4 settlements just look like shanty towns with water pumps and stuff scattered throughout. They look pretty bad. And don't even get me started on my Minecraft structures. Just terrible. I have no creativity when it comes to building things. So I wouldn't make my Starbound Let's Play if I did it about building. I might form like a little colony and get some residents set up. Because that's actually kind of neat. You know, you can have residents join you, and if you do some quests for them, they will actually come with you on your travels. And they can actually die, and I think they're just gone forever, actually, at that point if they die. So that's pretty neat. It kind of has the feeling like you get with the Fallout games, or I guess kind of Skyrim, where you can have the companions come with you once you do a quest or something for them. On another level, though. I'm just giving a rough comparison there on that one. So yeah, those are kinds of the games that I'm thinking of right now playing. To be honest, I'm kind of leaning a bit more towards playing Dragon's Dogma. Even though I know, like I was just saying, it's another fantasy game, so I hope that wouldn't overlap or be too much fantasy game for certain people. But I know that not everyone is into Oblivion. I certainly know that. And Dragon's Dogma is a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more arcadey. It's certainly not an immersive RPG like Morrowind is. So Dragon's Dogma, I would still, of course, try to make it an immersive RPG. And I wouldn't be talking as I am right now, you know, very candidly and out of context of the game. That's just because this is Casual Friday, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, if I were to do a Dragon's Dogma Let's Play, and same thing if I were to do a Fallout Let's Play or Starbound, or was there anything else that I was saying I might do? I can't think of anything right now. Any RPG or Let's Play that I do on this channel, it will always be an immersive Let's Play. Anyways, yeah, so I think I'll wrap this video up. I know it's just been a ton of rambling, but it is a Casual Friday, so, you know, everything you need to know, I'm hoping, is in the title. Okay, and I will see you guys later. I'll be uploading another Morrowind Let's Play next week as well. I'm going to try and get those maybe twice a week. I might upload them Monday, Wednesday, and maybe cycle off with another game for whatever it is that I decide to Let's Play alongside Morrowind. And yeah, obviously let me know in the comments below what your ideas would be for a Let's Play. I am curious to hear about what you guys would be interested in watching, and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay, thank you so much for listening to this long ramble video, and I'll see you all next time.
So long as he lives, all of Chaldean is under siege. The record theorized that the demon lords leave demons in their wake. What's like that? Yes. The more I study my uncle's books, the more I realize that even I took his wisdom for granted.